dragged on his Salem. Cigarette smoke and cheap disinfectant thickened the air in the interrogation room. The lattice cage over the door window was furry with dust, and a chewed-up styrofoam cup lay on its side on the filthy table. I've seen this same styrofoam cup in every precinct in Philly. I think they move it around. Take the deal, Bill. If you plead guilty, you walk. If you plead not guilty, you go directly to jail. It's one of the fine ironies of our criminal justice system. He still wouldn't meet my eye. Okay, let's get off that subject for a minute. Give me some background. You were demonstrating for animal rights when they arrested you. You don't think Firstman Dunn should test its vaccine on monkeys. Is that the story? They got no right. We got no right. We don't own them. We're just bigger. Got it. Some of us, anyway. I couldn't help noticing my latest revolutionary was a tad on the short side. Are you a member of PETA or any other animal rights groups? I don't need no authority over me. He sucked on his Salem, holding it down like a lollipop. I take it that's a no. I wrote, no. So it's you and Eileen. Are you two married? We don't need no authority. Another no. I said, making a note. No, too. So it's you and Eileen against the world. Romantic. I had felt that way with Mark when I was younger and entirely delusional. I guess, he said lazily, the eyes sounding like ah. I couldn't place his accent even though I know every Philly accent there is. Where are you from, Bill? Not from here. Out western PA, out past Altoona, the boonies. I was raised on a farm. That's how I come to know animals. It was the 4-H ruined me, he laughed, emitting a residual puff of smoke. Did you graduate high school? Yep. Then I booked it to York and worked at the Harley-Davidson factory for a while. That's where I met Eileen. She was working in the lab, Firstman Dunn's lab. That's where they were testing the vaccine. She took pictures of them torturing the monkeys. She saw the way they treated them. They abused them. Didn't sound like a word that came naturally to him. Eileen tell you this? They use electrodes, you know. On the monkeys? On minks. For mink coats, stoles and whatnot. Minks? Why are we talking about minks? I don't know. It was you brought it up. I wrote down, not minks. Was he just dumb, or was a conversation with an anarchist necessarily confusing? It's all part of the same thing, he added. It's all wrong. Bill, can I give you some advice? I try to run the lives of all my clients, to redeem the job I'm doing with my own. If I were going to protest animal experimentation, I wouldn't pick on Firstman Dunn because they're working on an AIDS vaccine. People want to cure AIDS, even if it takes a few chimps to do it. Why don't you go after the fur companies instead? Then people can get behind you, agree with you. He shook his head. Eileen, she don't care if people agree with us or not. She wants to put a stop to it. It was her idea to call the TV stations and the radio. You did make quite a commotion, didn't you? I said, feeling an unaccountable tingle of pride. They'd had everybody there, even the national TV news. Part of the fussing was a spontaneous counter-demonstration by a group of gay men. A tough issue, but I was undefeated in not judging my clients' politics. I didn't defend what they said, just their right to say it without a nightstick to the noggin. Got a whole lot of press, too. Eileen liked that. Bill took another drag on his cigarette. You shouldn't have resisted arrest. They had a whole squad there, and it was just two of you. You don't strike me as a fighter. I glanced at Bill's arms, white, thin, flabby. Nah, I'm a lover, not a fighter. He smiled crookedly. I bet he wasn't much of either, but I found myself liking him. I flipped through the file in front of me, which was almost empty. Bill had no priors, even in the counties, which was why the DA had offered me such a sweet deal. The poor kid had thrown one punch his whole life, and it had landed him here. I don't get it, I said, closing the file folder. Why did you hit the cop? Because he was beating on Eileen. I was trying to get him off her. He twisted her arm so she'd go down like. His eyes flared. All she did was holler on him. Except for the taser, remember? She threatened the cop with it, and the CEO of the company. She trapped the man in his Mercedes. Okay, so she was trying to give him a dose of his own medicine. It could have been worse. She wanted to blow him up in that fancy car of his. Blow who up? The CEO of Firstman? My chest tightened.